What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Six Figure Morning Show. We give you the best advice in business and life. Thank you guys for all the likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. You already know. Really do appreciate it. Thank you guys. Had a hell of a live last night. You guys kept me on that damn thing for about 4 hours. I loved it though. I do. I enjoyed going live talking to you guys. I really do, man. It gives me shit. It's good for me. It's good for me. I love interacting with the community. Got a lot of great questions. I asked for some topics last night, things that they would like me to cover. People in the chat, they said they would like me to stay. They don't like my relationship advice. They said, we don't like that shit, Robert. We want to make some money. They want me to stay on topic with mindset, money, things of that nature. Got some great questions, great topics. Let's see. I'm just kind of sitting down and looking at all this stuff. I haven't really, no rhyme or reason, guys. You guys know I don't run with a script, so I'm just looking over the questions that I wrote down from last night. How to make decisions from where you want to be and not where you are. How to make decisions from where you want to be and not where you are. I believe Margot asked that question. Life with Margot asked how to make decisions from where you want to be and not where you are. What she's meaning is how to make decisions right now in real time that are going to get you to the place you want to be. Become that person up here, mentally, instantly, right now. Almost freaking schizo in a way or something like that. Become that person right now. Turn that character on and do not break character for anything and anybody. So if you have the dream of becoming a realtor, not an agent, but an actual real estate broker in the next, I don't know, whatever your state requires, but roughly 5 years. So you need to project yourself to a 2030 mindset. It's just mountaintop thinking, guys. It's no different than mountaintop thinking, but you need to project yourself to a 2030 type of mindset. You need to start thinking in the future, 2030. Remember I talked to you guys, micro, small, macro, large. You need to become a macro thinker. In an instance like this or an incident like this, you need to become a macro thinker. You need to think big. You need to have a vision, create a plan, and execute. You need to be a macro thinker. You need to think very large right now. Focus on your controllables, but think large. So 2030, I want to be a real estate broker, not an agent. That means that right now I got to come back to my real world, my time, and I have to become an agent first. Give yourself a time frame. And this is all hypothetical. I don't know what it is that you want to be, but this is all hypothetical. Give yourself a time frame. I need to have my real estate license in 90 days. Anything less than 6 months is unacceptable. I mean, anything more than 6 months to get your real estate license is unacceptable. For any of you even wanting, this is not hypothetical. This is real shit. If you are wanting to be a real estate agent and it is taking you longer than 6 months to get your license, that is unacceptable. Hands down, plain and simple, can't be any more clear than that. Unacceptable. Guys, I had all my stuff done in 30 days. Okay? All my stuff done in 30 freaking days. So it is unacceptable for you to be like, oh, well, I've been working on my real estate license for 9 months. No, you haven't. You've been bullshitting. Okay? You've been bullshitting. Just being honest. Just being honest. 45 days, 60 days, honestly, I'll give you 90 days. Like, that's comfortable. That's moving comfortable. I do not like the way the collar on this shirt sits. It's more of a button up all the way tie. I do not like how that sets open. But anyways, at 90 days for a real estate license is comfortable. I don't know. I'm just being honest. That's just how it is. I'm sorry to jump topic. You guys know how I am. But back to it. So we know that we want to be a broker by 2030. We come back down here and we project ourselves. We come back into real time and we have to go ahead and get our license. We have to get our license out of the way. We got to get sales out of the way. Most states probably require you to be an agent for 2 years before you can even go and sit for the broker's exam, 2 to 3 years, something like that, before you can even sit for a broker's exam, etc., etc. Okay, so we have to come back to real time. We saw ourselves in 2030 as a powerful real estate broker. We bring ourselves back into real time and we build that person. It is mountaintop thinking, guys. For those that don't know what mountaintop thinking is, I took this from Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy, last name Tracy. For those that don't know him, I took this for Brian Tracy. He has been around a long time on mindset, personal development, career development, growth. Brian Tracy. And Mr. Brian Tracy talks about big sky thinking and mountaintop thinking. Mountaintop thinking resonated the most with me. Big sky thinking is where you project yourself up into the clouds and you look back down on the earth. I do kind of do that in some sense. I call that caveman thinking. That's another thing. If you guys ever want me to cover caveman thinking, I will cover caveman thinking. That's something I came up with myself. I took big sky and I kind of tweaked it for me. So there's that. But mountaintop thinking is I project myself to the base of a mountain. The mountain being my life, my entire life. That's how I look at it. You can break this down to individual goals, but I project myself to the base of a mountain, my life. I'm at the base of my life's mountain. And I look up. And I look up. And when I look up, I project myself all the way to the top of that mountain. While I'm sitting there at the top of this mountain or standing on top of this mountain, I have to look back down at where I just came from. How did I get there? What's the path? What are the steps that I took to get to the top? How long did it take me? It's going to take a while. You know, for me, this is a 35-year mountain, but I've got it broke down into little increments. I've already envisioned my life at 70, 75 years old. I've envisioned my life up there. I see the type of man that I am, who I am, because I know who I am now, and I'm seeing where I want to go, who I want to be. So, ladies, as I say, man, just reverse the roles. I'm talking to you as well. You can reverse the roles for yourself. Go somewhere quiet. Go somewhere dark. Go somewhere just be alone, be left alone. Project yourself, see yourself at the base of your life's mountain and project yourself to the top. When I'm at the top, I look back down on the path, on the steps that I took to get there. Maybe I wanted to be a lawyer. Maybe I wanted to be a doctor. Let's project ourselves to Dr. Mountain. Let's say that you are 30 years old and you want to climb to the top of Dr. Mountain. That's how you see yourself as a retired 70-year-old doctor. So we're down here at the base. I'm 30 years old. I look up. I project myself to the top. Now I look back down. How did I become that retired doctor? How did I get there? First, I got to go to school. I got to get my associate's degree out of the way. There's a piece. I got to get my bachelor's out of the way. There's a piece. I got to get my freaking PhD. I got to get my whatever the doctorate out of the way. I got to go to medical school. I got to get my license. I got to work for somebody else. I got to start my own practice. Levels. That's when people say, when a lot of people start to talk about, I'm trying to get to the next level, most people don't even know what fucking level they're on because they have no real guidance. They have no real direction. It's levels. So when real people, that term gets used worse than people running around calling themselves CEOs. So many people, they freaking whatever, hustle bundles of wigs online and they call themselves the CEO. Listen. The next level, it is a real term and it is really used, but it has been abused over the years. But the next level is obviously from where you are at to the next level, but it is only for those that are strategized, that have a strategy, that have a plan, that are being tactical. So that's what you mean. There's levels to this shit, but you have to be forward thinking. You have to think in the macro. You have to live right here in the micro, in the current moment, and you have to be able to think in the macro. So it's levels. I got to be on Dr. Mountain. I have to go and get my associate's degree. I have to get my bachelor's degree. But here's the deal. When I tell people that, yeah, man, it's going to take you 7 years just to start. 7 years. 7 years. Man, I don't want to do that shit. I ain't trying to go to school for 7 years or 10 years. I'm not trying to go to school to do that shit. It's like, motherfucker, you're 30. You're 30. You're going to wake up and be 37. You can either wake up and be a 37-year-old doctor, or you can wake up wishing you were a doctor at 37. But however it goes, unless you plan on dying, you will wake up at 37 years old. So you might as well, if you're 50 and you're thinking you're too old, you most likely will wake up at 57 years old. You can either wake up and be a 57-year-old doctor, or you can wake up at 57 wishing you were a doctor, still wishing, hoping and dreaming. You are going to wake up. If you're sitting here right now and you're 50 thinking you want to go get your bachelor's degree, go get it. Feel free. Go get it. 4 years. You're going to wake up at 54. If you're sitting here right now 60 years old and you're thinking you wish you would have went to school and got your bachelor's out of the way, go get it. You're going to wake up at 64 years old. Very likely. You're running out of time. We all know this. We are all aware of life's time span, however you want to look at it. We're all aware of that. You're running out of time. So you need to start executing now. You need to start being more serious now. But yeah, most definitely. You're 50, you're 60, and you got hopes and dreams. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Look at everything you've already been through, compile it together, use those resources, that information, put it up here. Don't go back that way and start moving forward. You do not know. You might wake up at 96 years old, still sound mind, body, and health. You know, you might wake up at 96. If you're 60 years old, you might wake up at 96, still getting after it, still going to Walmart. That's 36 more years. 36 more fucking years on this planet. You might as well make sure you're doing exactly what you want to do. Stop worrying about what people think. Stop worrying what people think, what they have to say. Fuck them. Fuck them. And I mean that with every fiber of my being. Fuck what people have to say, what they think. When I was younger, I used to worry about things like that as well. It was only when I had nothing that I was available for anything and everything. When I lost everything, I was available to have anything. I could care less what anybody's got to say about me anymore. 100%. When I was cold, wet, and hungry, man, nobody was there with me. When I had nothing, nobody came to help me. I'd give a shit what anybody has to say about me. And you shouldn't either. Guys, I know it takes a lot to develop that type of mindset, but you should not give a fuck what anybody has to say about you, how they think about the way you make your money, what any shit. If you got to go out and be a stripper for a little while, man, to make some money, go do what you got to do. I don't give a shit. I don't care one bit. If you got to go sell a little bit of weed and make some money, man, go do what you got to do. Don't give a shit what people got to say about the way you make your money, because you know what? They're not going to feed you. They're not going to pay your damn light bill, your phone bill. They're not going to put clothes on your kids. They're not going to do none of that shit. And then when they do it, they're only doing it. We ain't going to talk about that. Fuck people. At the end of the day, guys, do what you got to do for you and to get yourself to the next level. Don't be embarrassed about anything. I'm not sitting there telling you to break the law. I'm not sitting there telling you to do things that are against your morals, your standards, your values. I'm not telling you to do any of that. Do what you feel is necessary within reason to make your money and get by in this life. That's all I'm telling you. But how to make decisions from what you want to be and not where you are. I need you to mentally fix your mindset to the person that you want to be. I realize that where you are. This is no different than the person that's dreaming of a penthouse but living in a trailer. As long as you are actively doing everything that you need to do. Yes, I may be living in the trailer right now. Yes, I may be living in the projects right now. Yes, I may be riding a bicycle right now, but I see a BMW in my future. See a vision, create a plan, and execute. This is where you go into no man's land. This is where you're going to have no friends, no family, because they don't see the same fucking vision. They don't see it. It's not a I hate you situation. It's not that way at all. But these people do not share the same vision, or they have already given up on their hopes and dreams, so you can't drag their ass along. It's dead weight. Cut them off. You could circle back around and get these people anytime you want to during the process. But 9 times out of 10, they will have either talked so much shit about you, made so much fun of you, pointed their finger and laughed, all this shit that you won't want to turn back around and get them. Fuck them. I had plans to go and help so many people along the way. Not this time. I told you guys, I've been to the penthouse to the shit house twice. And not this time. I don't give a damn about them now. But my first time when I started seeing just a little bit of money, when I started seeing just a little bit of return on the investments that I had made, I sat there and I was like, man, I can't wait to once I get enough, I'm going to go back and do this for them, do this for them. They talked so much shit about me along the way. I could give a damn now what they got to say. I could care less. I don't care what they're going through. These are people that were, you know, I grew up with. These are people that I used to ride around with, smoking weed with, bullshitting with, thinking that they were my good buddies, my good friends, or a girl that I dated that I really liked or whatever. Like, man, I'm going to make sure I get back there to help them. I'm going to make sure I do this for them. Fuck them now. So when you start to really go down this road and you walk into no man's land and you're cold, wet, and hungry and nobody's there, you're scared to death. You don't know how your bills are going to be paid because you're executing on yourself. Your hopes, goals, and dreams, you're for yourself. These people are not going to be there to push you along. They're not going to help you. So you can't, don't worry about them. Guys, do not worry about these fucking people. They're not going to help you. I can't be any more clearer than this. I mean, older men, especially with a little bit of age, I believe they fully understand what I'm saying. The people that you sit back and drink beer with and you think that's the coolest person, or the woman or girlfriend that you sit back and do hair with or talk shit with and have a good time with, you think that they're the sweetest woman in the world. They're not going to really be in your life in a decade. It's very rare. They're not going to fucking help you through hard times. It is very rare. Very rare. Fuck them. This is your life, your chance, your time, your opportunity. You're not going to be able to carry these people with you. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I know you want to, but it's not going to happen. And that seems to be a major problem for a lot of you, a lot of people that I talk to, a lot of people on this channel, is worrying about what others think, is worrying about friendships and family. You can't. You can't. If you're 30 years old, do not wake up at 60 or 70 on your freaking deathbed. You know, like, I wish I would have done this, but if I would have never worried what everybody thought about me. Fuck them. You can't. You got to develop the mindset of a king or a queen. When you see a real fucking vision, when you have a real vision in your mind, a real dream in your heart, and you see it plain as day, very clear, you're going to have to develop the mindset of a king or queen, sitting on a throne, walking through a town. Imagine if go watch the video. There's a video. Go on YouTube and watch the video. Type in Arnold Schwarzenegger hit with egg. Something like that. It's an old video. It's from probably, I don't even know, whenever he was governor or he was running for governor. I don't even think he was governor yet. You need to move like that. Arnold Schwarzenegger gets hit with egg. Go watch that video. That is how you move as a king or queen. That is how you move. Arnold Schwarzenegger gets hit with egg. It's a very old video. It's not old, but it's like 2002, 2005 or something like that. Arnold Schwarzenegger gets hit with egg. Go watch that video. That's how you need to move. That's the mindset you need to have. That video changed my life. That 1-2 minute video changed my life. Go watch it. So when you see a real vision for yourself, when you have real goals, real dreams inside your heart, you have a real vision inside your mind, you can't worry about what other people think. You're going to have to project yourself to the top of this mountain, and you're going to have to look back down. How did we get here? What's the path that we took? Walk yourself up that path. How did we get here? Where did you stop and take a break? This is where I talk about no man's land. This is where I talk about the canopy opening up. You're on freaking Dr. Mountain. You took a break after your bachelor's degree. You went into no man's land for 4 years, and you got your bachelor's degree in, say, 3.5. 3 years, 3.5, because it can be done. You got your bachelor's degree in 3.5 years. You talk to nobody, no friends, no family. You buckled down. Fuck everybody around me. If it ain't my kids, I'm not dealing with them. I got my bachelor's degree done. That's where that plateaus. Flatlines right there for a minute. You got you a nice side of the mountain that you can stand on and take a break. And you might stay there for a minute. You coming out, you know, the woods, the forest, you're coming out, the canopy opens up, the sun's shining on your back. You've been out there cold, wet, and hungry in the trenches, slaying dragons. And, you know, it feels good right there. And you stop right there on, you know, Bachelor's Mountain. You stop right there on the cliffside of freaking the meadow of the bachelor's degree. And you stop. And you're like, it feels good right here. I like it. I think I'm going to find a job. I don't really want to be a doctor anymore. I'm kind of tired of school. I don't really think I want to do that anymore. And you stay, and that's fine. You go find a job. You make $85,000, $115,000 a year. That canopy's open up right there at $85,000 to $115,000 a year, and you stay. Raise your kids, get a house, white picket fence, pay your taxes, do everything that you're supposed to do, and you stay. Nothing wrong with that. You do not have to keep plowing forward, but I'm going to say that after a while, you're going to get bored. After a while, you'll probably get bored and you'll be like me. I just stay in no man's land, guys. I stay there. I really do. This is not for YouTube. I'm on here. I love the community that we're building. You know, I love the community that's been built around me. I do. I really do. I'm thankful for all of it. But I stay in no man's land. I don't fuck around. There was no point in me going in and out of no man's land. I just stay in no man's land now. I've been there for years. I come out every now and then, eat some good food, and, you know, get away from the campfire and eat some good food, and then I go back in. I mean, right now, I feel like I'm out of no man's land right now, and I've been out of no man's land for almost a month, the month of December, ever since I quit my job. I'm going back in. January 1st, I'm going back in. But to some of you guys, this is no man's land. No drinking, no drugs, no sex, no weed, no nothing. This is no man's land. This is pure monk mode. But to some of you guys, this is what it is. To me, this is easy. This is easy. This is nothing. This is easy. I'm chilling right now. I'm freaking chilling. This is nothing. I go hard as fuck for myself. And I'm getting ready to dive back in soon. You will not be able to get a hold of me without an appointment. At just getting ready to dive back in. So when that canopy opens up, you take a little break, you eat some good food, you know, house, white picket fence, you can stay there. You can stay there. A couple years go by, you know, you've gotten out of no man's land, a couple years go by, you know, you're 36, 37 years old. Now you're 37 years old and you're like, man, I wish that I would have finished up my, you know, doctorate. Go back into no man's land. Now we're 40. We're 40 years old with a doctorate. We're 40. We've done it. It's over. You can stay there. No man's land is over. Canopy is opened up. Sun on your back, making a little bit more money. Now you're making 150 grand a year, doing good. Stay there. Nobody says you have to leave. Nobody says you have to go on this adventure again. Nobody says that. But now here you are, 45, and you're like, man, I think I want to be an actor. I still got a little gas in the tank. I think I want to be an actor. Back into no man's land. I will never leave no man's land. I come out, I eat some food, hang out for, you know, a little bit, and then I go right back in. There's no point in me leaving, ever. I always see the mountain. I'm always climbing it. I'm always in the woods. I'm always in the trenches. I'm always there. My mind is always there. I walk around Walmart in no man's land. I'll never leave it. I'll never leave it. Maybe it's a coping mechanism with me or something. I don't know. I'll never leave no man's land. It's where I'm at. I have not found a reason to leave it. Who knows what life will throw at me later down the road? I don't know. But as of right now, there's no point in me going anywhere. I'm far from where I want to be. I'm far from where I want to be. I really do. Or I really am. Right now I'm projecting myself to 2030, and I would like to have everything I want done in 2030. I would love to have it accomplished by 2028. I would love to be accomplished with everything I want by 2028. So we'll see. We're going to see where it goes. We're going to see where life takes me, but bullshitting will not get me there. Hanging out with losers will not get me there. It will not get me there. Trying to date multiple people, going to the bars and the clubs and doing all these things will not get me to where I want to go, where I want to be, or who I want to be. So once again, how to make decisions from what you want to be and not where you are. How to make decisions from where you want to be and not where you are. Can't read my own handwriting. How to make decisions from where you want to be and not where you are. You see a vision, you create a plan, and you execute. When I was sleeping on the floor with nothing around me, no heat in my bedroom, nothing, no heat, no nothing. When I was sleeping on the floor, I keep a picture right here on the wall from that time. I had a vision in mind. And I've never let go of that vision. Ever. That was 6 years ago. I've never let that vision go. I still keep a picture on the wall right there. I'm far from where I'm trying to get to, but I'm a hell of a lot far from where I was. I'm a lot further from where I was. Have a picture right here on the wall from that time. When I feel bored or lazy or stagnant, I just look at that picture. Fuck that. I'll never go back to that again. Like I tell you guys, I will never forget the people that put me there. I will never forget it, and I will never forgive. You need to forgive and forget. Fuck you and fuck that. No, I don't. You shouldn't walk around like that. You need to forgive and forget. No, fuck you and fuck that. I will never forgive and I will never forget. I don't want to. I do not want to. That shit fuels me. It drives me. It pushes me forward. Excuse me. Excuse me. Look at God choking me up. He said, get that hate out your heart, Robert. Get that hate out your heart. I will never forgive and forget. I don't want to forgive and forget. I want that to keep pushing me forward. I want to make sure that I wake up every day and outdo those people. I will never forget those that pointed their finger and laughed. I will never forget those that spread rumors and lies. I will never forget none of that shit. I wake up every day to outdo them, and I will continue to outdo them. Hey man, it is what it is. It is what it is. So from where you want to be and not where you are, see a vision, create a plan, and execute. Like I said, it's no different than the little boy or girl living in the trailer or in the projects and dreaming of penthouses and BMWs and Bentleys. It's no different. The only thing that separates you from people is action. That's what separates you. Everybody has goals and dreams of having a better life, of making more money, but it is the action in between those goals and dreams that separate people. Are you really doing something, or are you just running around in circles bullshitting? You got to start being serious with yourself. I mean, if you can't be honest with yourself, I mean, what are you doing? Are you fucking around on social media? You're sitting there messing around on social media all day, feeling like you've accomplished something, knowing that you've done absolutely nothing when you go to bed. All I did today, like your mind, that dopamine makes you feel. We talked about this in the chat, in the live chats. That dopamine on social media makes you feel as if you've done something. You've taken in so much information, but then you lay down tonight in bed and you've done absolutely nothing. You've done nothing. Your bedroom's still the same. Your everything is still the same. Nothing has grown. Nothing has changed. All you did was scroll social media and watch other people's information, even mine included. Get away from it. Turn the phones off. Turn the internet off. Get away from the bullshit. It has 100% slowed you down. You're drowning in information and lacking in wisdom. Dan Pena, you are drowning in information and lacking in wisdom. And I have to agree with it so much. Turn the shit off. Start to execute on your real plans. Take those first little steps. If you want to go back to school, go register. We're coming up at the first of the year. They will start open enrollment at the first of the year. If you want to go back to school, go register. Nothing wrong with it. If you don't want to go to school, but you want to do some educational stuff, start reading all the damn time. Have fucking discipline. Start reading. Start taking online courses. Whatever you need to do. You want to brush up on computer skills, go take online courses. Have some damn discipline. Discipline, you will not make it without discipline. Have some discipline. There's so much I could say about this question. How to make decisions from where you want to be and not where you are. See a vision, create a plan, and execute. That's it. That's the answer. Anyways, guys, you know I can beat the shit out of a dead horse till it walks again, man. I hope you guys have a great freaking day. I hope you and your family had an awesome Christmas and you have an awesome New Year. Guys, try not to drink too much. Don't do anything stupid this holiday season. Take care of your kids. Take care of your family. Christmas is over. I'm sitting there debating if I'm going to throw the damn tree out the house right now. I might let it set up for a few more days. I don't know, but damn. And I looked in the refrigerator, and I don't remember which one of y'all said it yet last night in the live chats, but you said 12 days of turkey. Damn, if you wasn't lying, because I looked in the refrigerator, all I got is turkey. I'm probably going to eat turkey and eggs this morning. Hey, other than that, man, you guys have a great freaking day. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Happy holidays, all that good shit. You guys take care of yourself, and I will be back to talk to you soon. Take care.